Hey guys, so today is Friday and this is your phonics lesson for Friday, March 26th. I'm going to go ahead and get started and share my screen. All right, so we are on lesson 15 today of unit 5. Okay, I don't know why I said 6. All right, so the very first thing we're going to do today is we're going to be sound scientists again, except today we have 3 sentences instead of 2. Our first sentence says, the clouds are dark. I think we are going to have a stormy day. And we had a stormy day yesterday, didn't we? It was really stormy. All right, so the word we're going to focus on is stormy. Can you tell me how many syllables are in the word stormy? Stormy. Stormy. There are 2 syllables. Okay, the first syllable is storm. The second syllable is E. Okay, storm, E. What vowel sound do you hear in the first syllable? Storm. Yeah, it's the or sound. What vowel sound do you hear in the second syllable? The E. Yeah, you hear E. It's the only sound in the second syllable. What is the last sound in the first syllable? So the first syllable is storm. So what is the last sound? Storm. Yes, it's the sound. Good. So say the word stormy. Okay. Now I want you to say the word stormy without the What word do you have now? Yes, it's story. Story. Good. Okay, so our second sentence. A spider made a big web in the tree outside my window. So the first time we look at the sentence, we're going to look at the word spider. Spider. How many syllables are in the word spider? Two syllables. Spider. Spider. So the first syllable is spy, and the second syllable is der. Very good. What is the vowel sound in that first syllable? Yes, it's the I sound. What vowel sound is in the second syllable? Der. It's the Very good. So what word would you get if you took the second syllable off of spider? You just have the word spy. Very good. Okay, so we're going to look at the same sentence, but this time we're going to look at the word window instead of spider. Window. How many syllables are in window? How many did you get? I got 2. Did you get 2? Okay, good job. There are 2. What is the first syllable? Win. What's the second syllable? Do. Very good. What is the vowel sound in the first syllable? The I. Good. What's the vowel sound in the second syllable? The O. Yes, good job. All right, so say window. Now say window without when. Yeah, it's just do. Now say window again. And now say it without do. It's when. Good. All right, now one more time. Say window. Now say window without the d. Winnow. Winnow. Very good. Okay. It's time for our manipulation of the phonemes. Our first sentence is, I saw some deer in the field. 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 How many sounds do you hear in the word field? I hear field. Field. I hear 4 sounds. Field. Good. The old is the blend. And we're going to get rid of the first sound in the blend. So we're going to replace the ol with n. This word is a little tricky because you probably may have never heard this word before, but it's fiend. Fiend. It's the fiend. That is another word for like a villain or a bad guy. All right, our second sentence is take a left at the light and then take a right. Left is the word on the curve. How many sounds are in that one syllable word? There are 4 sounds. Left, left. Good, we break that apart. So the ft is the blend. Well, we're going to replace the first sound, the f, with n. Stretch that word out and tell me what you think it is going to say now. We have the word lent, 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 like I lent him a pencil. Good. Our third sentence is we skated at the ice rink. Rink. How many sounds are in that word? There are 4 sounds. R-ink, r-ink. Good. The ink is the blend. We're going to replace the part with s. The new word is going to be risk. Risk. It's going to be risk. Very good. Okay. The next word, or the next sentence, she studied all night for the big test. Test. How many sounds are in the word test? It's 4 sounds. Test. Test. Good. So the st is the blend. And we're going to replace the s sound with n. What is that new word going to be? Good. It's going to be tent. Nice. All right. Last sentence. May I have just a taste of the ice cream? Taste. How many sounds are in that word? There are 4 sounds. Taste. Taste. Good. All right. So the st is the blend. And we're going to replace the s sound with n. What do you think that word is going to be? It is ain't. Ain't. And the new word is taint. Like you taint something, or you make it bad, or not what you wanted it to be. Like you taint the afternoon with unhappiness. All right, spoonerism time. And today's spoonerism, they've been easy all week, but today's spoonerism is tricky because it's not, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to figure it out. So the spoonerism is jing the swamp rope. Jing the swamp rope. Jing the swamp rope. What do you think that's supposed to say? This one's tricky because normally your spoonerisms are the first and the last word. But today it's not. Today it's the first and third word. So the real phrase is swing the jump rope. That's what it's supposed to say. All right. Our learning targets for today are I can complete my spelling assessment, which, as you remember, we don't actually do a spelling test. I have given you a fill in the blank worksheet and a little schwa sound test assessment, and you're going to do those as your spelling test for this week. Another target, I can read words with the shun schwa spelling. And I can ask and answer questions about key details in the story, The Fearsome Beast. So again, today's our spelling. I'm just going to fast forward through this part because we're not actually doing it. And I will show you the two sheets that I'm going to have you do in place of your spelling test. Okay, so here is the schwa that I was telling you about, the schwa page. Excuse me. So here's the word over here. There's a letter underlined. This is the sound you were listening for, okay? Like I'll do the first one with you. Alaska, Alaska. Does it sound like a as in cat, a as in table, as in about, or all as in wall? So then you are going to check, what does that a sound like? And there's not very many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the first one's already done for you. So you're going to tell me which one the underlined A sounds like on that sheet. Okay. So there's that one. And then the next one is just a fill in the blank. You have the spelling words from this week, and you're going to put them in the correct sentence to make sense. And guys, please pay attention because there's 2 pages. Okay, there are 15 spelling words, so there are 15 sentences. Do not just do the first page and leave the rest blank. You have to do the whole thing, okay? The whole thing. So that's going to be your spelling test for this week. Okay, so here you have 5 words. We have the words, we have babies, cookies, achieve, thief, and yield. What I want you to do, if you have a whiteboard and a marker, or if you have an extra sheet of paper somewhere lying around, I want you to put these words in ABC order, and it says you have 5 minutes. So if you have a timer around, or if mom and dad are around and they have a timer, go ahead and set your timer. And then when you are ready, just click back and continue to play the video. Okay, you guys ready? I bet it didn't take you the full 5 minutes. You guys know that to put words in ABC order, you look at the first letter of the word. So you ready to check? Let's check our work. Here are the words in ABC order. Achieve starts with an A. Babies starts with a B. Cookies starts with a C. Thief starts with a T, and yield starts with a Y. So did you get those in ABC order correctly? I bet you did. All right, so today we are going to learn a new spelling for the schwa sound, and it is started with a sh, and then it ends with n. And you guys have heard this sound before. It's shun, as in action. And the way that it is spelt is with T-I-O-N. T-I-O-N says shun. So let's practice reading words with this spelling. We have section, portion, function, fiction, emotion. All right, so let's go back. I'm going to say the word, and I want you to repeat it after me. Okay, ready? Section, portion, function, Fiction. Emotion. Okay, good job, guys. So we are going to add a new branch to the schwa tree. I'm going to show you one leaf at a time, and these are all going to be words that have the shun ending with T-I-O-N. And usually when you see a word that has shun in it, at the end of the word, it's going to be a noun. No, I said usually, not always. Okay, so let's switch cameras. Okay, so let me turn the light on. Huh? Okay, so here is our shun tree. Okay, and if you see on the bottom, it says shun. Well, that's supposed to be upside down. I need to fix that. Sorry about that, guys. That's supposed to be an upside down E. Okay, so this is the shun tree. All right, so I'm going to say the word, and I want you to say the word, and then I want you to try to make a sentence with it. And if you need to pause the video to come up with a sentence, then you can do that and then push play when you're ready. Okay, so the first word is position. Position. And this whole tree today is just going to be the shun tree. Don't forget, if you need to pause to come up with the sentence, you can do that. The next word is caution. Caution. Lotion. Lotion. Attention. Attention. The next word is fiction. Fiction. The next word is nation. Nation. The next word is section. Section. The next word is action. Action. I like this next word. Vacation. Vacation. I like vacations. The next word is emotion. Emotion. Oops. Okay, our next word is station, like the bus station or the train station. And then our last word is invention. Invention. All right, so if you need to pause the video to make sentences for any of the words that you missed, you can do that now and then hit play when you are ready. And remember, guys, these are just verbal sentences out loud. You don't have to write these down, okay? So you're just saying a sentence out loud using one of these words in each sentence. Okay, let's get back to. Alrighty, so you have another fill in the blank sheet. You're going to take these words that have the shun, schwa sound and put them in the correct sentence. So there are 6 on the first page and 6 on the second page. And you have different words on both pages. The first page has station, infection, options, dictionary, attention, vacation. The second page has reflection, invention, lotion, stationary, potion, and emotions. So just like I said earlier, make sure that you do both pages, not just the first page. All right, it's time to wiggle, guys. Get up and wiggle. All right, you ready? Stand motionless. Like, don't even blink your eyes. Motionless. Okay, now bang on a drum. How about stand up? Now sit back down. Hop back. Oh my gosh. You sat back down. How are you going to hop back? You got to stand back up again, don't you? All right. All right. So now if you need to go to the bathroom, take a quick break, get a drink of water, something like that, go ahead and do it quickly and then hurry back so that we can finish our lesson for today, okay? All right, so our new story for today is called The Fearsome Beast. The Fearsome Beast. So today you're going to read about Sir Gus heading out to find and fight a fearsome beast. But let's look at some of the tricky words before we get started. We have this word right here. I'm not going to tell you what this word is, and I'm not going to read the sentence to you just yet. Let's look at this word. If I don't know this word, how could I sound it out, or how could I stretch it out? Well, I know that the E consonant E, like the E consonant E, and I know that EY both make the E sound, like in compete and monkey. So let's try to pronounce the word that way. Is it ease? We use our E's to see. Does that sound right? That does not make sense to me. Does that make sense to you? No, I don't think so either. So, but then I also know that a Y can be pronounced I. So let's try it that way. Ben has brown eyes, but I have blue eyes. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. So that is the word eyes. The big picture should have given you a clue. It's the word eyes. All right, so some of our spellings that we're going to see in this story today. We have the schwa sound in seldom, wagon, awoke, and appeared. We have the aw sound with AW in yawned and claw. And we have the us adjective. And the word that has the us in it that is an adjective is dangerous. Let's preview some of our vocabulary that will be in this story. We have the phrase, not eager, and that means that you don't want to do something. You don't want to go do it. You're not eager to do it. We have the word bandits, which is another word for a robber. Have we talked about the word bandit before in phonics this year? We have. We talked about the cat bandit. And then we have the word doom, which means that there's going to be destruction or a bad fate. We have the word bleak, which means it's dreary and depressing. A swamp is land covered with marshy waters. I used to live near a swamp, the Great Dismal Swamp in Virginia. It smelled. And then we have the word dismal, which means it's sad and scary. And a carcass is the body of a dead animal. You see there's the head and the spine. There's some ribs. It's a carcass. All right, so let's think. What has Sir Gus battled so far in our reader about him? Okay, so far he has battled the thief, he's battled a troll, and he's battled pirates. So how did he defeat all these characters? Is it just because he's such an amazing and fearless knight? How did he beat them all? No, it's because he's had luck. Luck has been the reason Sir Gus has won all of these battles. And based on this pattern, let's predict, how are things going to go with Sir Gus while he's looking for the fearsome beast? What do you predict is going to happen? Is he going to defeat the dragon because he's amazing? Or is he going to get lucky again? I think he's going to get lucky again too. All right, so let's read today's story to find out if our prediction is correct. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to turn this off so that it goes full screen. Okay, here we go. Okay, our story for today in our reader Sir Gus is called The Fearsome Beast on page 76. The Fearsome Beast. The next morning... Hold on, I need to make sure that I hit the share button to be able to hear. Yeah, I did. Okay, just checking. Okay, here we go. Long after everyone else had eaten their morning meal, Sir Gus awoke, much rested, but not eager to set off. He yawned, he stretched, he took a bath, he had lunch. At last he mounted his horse. But he soon faced another problem. He could not tell which way was east. Sir Gus could seldom tell which way to travel. He rarely saw the morning sun, so he did not know that it rose in the east. But knowing that he did indeed need to begin, he sniffed the afternoon air, flipped a coin, and rode north. Sir Gus rode north into the woods of doom. He rode for a week. The days got shorter and colder. Sir Gus did not know why.
Another thing Sir Gus did not know was that the woods of doom were very dangerous. So he was not prepared when from out of nowhere there appeared a band of armed men. The men were bandits. They grabbed Sir Gus and tied him up. The bandits bundled Sir Gus into the back of a wagon. Then, with much speed, they began to travel southeast. About a week later, the bandits arrived at the bleak forest of the east. There, not far from the dark, dismal swamp, they made camp. The bandits had some dinner and went to sleep. The next morning, while the bandits were still sleeping, something deep inside the forest began to creep closer to their camp. It was the fearsome beast. It had eyes of red flame. It had claws that could shred the hardest stone. It shot fiery flames that could melt metal, and it was going to pounce on the sleeping men. Sir Gus had relaxed for the better part of a week as he bumped along in the wagon. He was feeling well rested. So, in spite of the fact that it was morning, and in spite of the fact that his arms were tied, he decided to try to get up. After a long struggle, Gus was able to stand up in the wagon. Just as he stood up, the fearsome beast grunted and charged into attack. Sir Gus spun around as best he could to see what had made the sound. The bright morning sun shone off his shiny helmet. The sunlight bounced off his helmet and shone on the fearsome beast. The flash of sunlight shone in the eyes of the fearsome beast and blinded it. The beast screamed and ran away, but it could not see. It ran into the dark, dismal swamp and sank in the deep mud. The bandits, having woken with a start, fled as well. They scrambled into the wagon and drove away as quickly as they could. As they drove off, Gus fell out of the wagon. He landed on the ground with a thud. Sir Gus, the utterly fearless, lay on the ground for 2 days, unable to get up. At last a hunter spotted him and untied him. Sir Gus thanked the hunter. Then he made his way back to the king's palace on foot. When he arrived, the king was just sitting down for his dinner. Sir Gus knelt and spoke to him. "Your Majesty," he said, "I am happy to report that the fearsome beast lies at the bottom of the dark, dismal swamp." "Well done, Sir Gus," said the king. "Well done." The king called all his knights to a meeting. "Sir Gus has killed the fearsome beast and tossed its carcass into the dark, dismal swamp," the king announced. "Thanks to his brave actions, the kingdom is safe. You may all go home."
Okay, now we're going to answer some questions about the story, The Fearsome Beast. All right, so remember, guys, when you are reading a story and you don't understand part of it, what should you do? Ask questions. Yes. All right, so let's summarize the story. When we summarize a story, we're just kind of like putting the story together so that, like, if someone who didn't read it wanted to know about it, we could briefly tell them about it. Let's start with, who were the main characters in the story? We had Sir Gus. We had the bandits. Good. The fearsome beast. And then what were the main events of the story? Sir Gus was captured. He was on his way to fight the fearsome beast when he was captured. The beast came out of the woods and was going to attack him, but Sir Gus scared him off with his hat. Okay, so if I were to summarize the story, here's what I would say. Sir Gus went to fight the fearsome beast and was captured in the woods of doom by bandits. The fearsome beast came to attack the bandits and was blinded by Sir Gus's shining helmet. The fearsome beast stumbled into the dark, dismal swamp and sank into the mud. Sir Gus reported to King Alfred that the beast was now at the bottom of the swamp, and the king thought that Sir Gus had been very brave. But really, Sir Gus had just been lucky. So that's how I would summarize that story. So, how might Sir Gus have figured out which way is east? Now, remember, it's saying how might he have, but it's also important to remember that he doesn't normally see these things. The story said the sun rises in the east, and if he had ever seen the sun rise in the east, which he doesn't because he sleeps too late, then he would be able to tell which direction is east. Why do you think Sir Gus flips a coin? He didn't know which way to go, so flipping a coin helped him to make a decision. You guys ever do that? Like if you don't know what kind of ice cream to get or what kind of dinner to have, you flip a coin. Like heads, it's pizza, tails, it's hamburgers. So, in which direction does Sir Gus set off riding? Because we know that he's not going to go the right direction because he doesn't see the sunset, so he doesn't know which way is east. So instead, he went north. What name is given to the woods where Sir Gus arrives? What was the name of the woods? The Woods of Doom. Doesn't even sound pleasant, does it? No. So, what happens to Sir Gus in the Woods of Doom? He is captured by the bandits. What other stories have we read about bandits? The cat bandit. So, should Sir Gus be surprised that the Woods of Doom is a dangerous place? I mean, think of the word, the title, Woods of Doom. No, doom is a word for bad fate or failure. He should have known. So, what are some adjectives that can be used to describe the beast? Remember, adjectives are describing words. Think about the pictures, think about how they describe the beast in the story. Fearsome, that's in the title. Scary, big, he looked big. So, how did Sir Gus drive away the beast? What did he do? He didn't really do it, it just kind of happened, didn't it? His shiny helmet blinded the beast and it stumbled into the dark, dismal swamp. Did Sir Gus tell the king that he killed the beast? No, he didn't. He said that the beast was. Hi, kitty. The beast was at the bottom of the swamp. He didn't say that he killed him and put him there. The king just assumed that that's what happened. Do you think that was a wise decision? I don't know. I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like the beast is not dead. I feel like the beast is going to come back later in the reader. So, did Sir Gus really toss the beast's carcass into the dark, dismal swamp? No, he did not. Remember, the beast fell into the swamp. So, how do you think the other knights feel about Sir Gus? Let's find some evidence from the story to support your answers. Think about the very last part when they were talking to the. Hi, kitty. Oh, no. Really? Say hello, everybody. Look for here. Oh, she's my. Oh, stop. Cat. You just want attention. All right, so if we go back to the story, Let me go back. It talks about, let me find it. Hold on 1 second. So it doesn't really say much in this story, but in the other one, the letter, here we go, the letter. Let's look and see. Stop, kitty. Stop, kitty. Stop, kitty. Oh, the cat is messing with my mouse. That's kind of funny. Okay. So here it says, which of you noble knights will do battle with this terrible beast? And then it says, he did not see that his fellow knights had all taken a step back, leaving him standing alone in front of the king. And then he said, he didn't see them do that. And then the other knights smiled and chuckled. Why do you think they did that? Do you think they like Sir Gus? Do you think that they think he's fearless and brave? Or do they maybe think he's a joke? What do you think? All right. Some of you, like on the last, we had an assignment last week where I asked you to tell me what you thought of Sir Gus. And I had a lot of you tell me that you thought he was a scaredy cat, that he was a coward, that he was afraid of everything, that he wasn't really a good knight. So I think that you guys are kind of figuring out that maybe that's how the other knights feel about Sir Gus. Maybe they feel like he's getting all this credit for doing all this stuff when he's really not brave at all. He's just lucky. So maybe they don't really like that. So our learning targets for today were I can complete my spelling assessment, which you are going to go do right now as soon as we get off of here. I can read words with the shun schwa spelling, and I can ask and answer questions about key details in the story, The Fearsome Beast. So make sure that you go to the classroom today. You go to Phonics Week 1. Today is Friday spelling tests, okay? So here are your 2 spelling test assignments. And then here is your story that you're going to listen to again, and then do the fill in the blank worksheet. And that's all that you have for phonics for me today. So you just have those 3 little pages to work on. And then, you have your question set and your vocabulary quiz and your loop question. And here's the vocabulary journal, okay? The one thing that didn't get deleted from Wednesday. So go ahead and make sure you get all of that done for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope it's not rainy and gross outside all weekend so you can go out and enjoy the weather and spend time with your family and play outside and have some fun. Okay, and I will see you guys on Monday.